Hello everyone and welcome back. If you're new here, I'm glad you're here. So in today's video, I am making custom decals for my homebrew Warhammer Space Marine chapter. I got permission from Grim Doorables on Instagram, who is the originator of this chapter and this emblem. I will put a link to his Instagram down below. He is a fantastic artist. So the first step was taking the emblem and getting it sized down to the proper sizes. I just went through and measured on decal paper from my Ultimate Starter Kit of other factions or chapters, how's the size of their emblems, and was resizing to the same dimensions for these emblems. Once I was happy with the sizing, then I just printed on regular paper for a test, and Test 1, they were a little blurry. Test 2, they came out great on the finest detail printing. Inkjet printer. Man, that printed so fast it looked like I sped the video up. So I used a water slide decal paper, clear, from Printer's Jack for this project, and after you print it, you let the ink dry, and then you spray a clear acrylic spray over where you printed, and you do a couple coats of that, which I used a matte so that there was no shine. You can see the shine on the paper, but over the emblems there was no shine. Here I trimmed out one, and I'm just going to put it on my wet palette as a test for how to do this, because I've never done this process. So I used a little bit of micro set and I put that on, and then I soak the decal in water for 30 to 60 seconds to get the decal to separate from the paper backing. After it had been in the water long enough, then I very gently slid the decal off of the paper backing and started applying it to the wet palette. The microset, from the way I understand it, helps adhere the decal to what you are putting it on. I found smoothing out the edges to be the most difficult part because it kept wanting to curl up, and at one point I actually have to put a little bit more of the micro set under the edges before I continue, and I use the micro sole to put on top to soften the decal and help it spread out. Once I am happy with the placement and the edges, I use a paper towel to blot up any excess liquid and press down, and that's the final step, and I thought it came out great. Since the test application went so well, then it was time to make a full sheet to print out as many as I could fit on the water slide decal paper. It was very satisfying watching this print out and seeing all these emblems come out crisp and clear. And now it's time to apply one to one of my Space Marine Terminators. They have a molded emblem on the left shoulder, so I did this on the right shoulder. And I start out with putting on some microset, which I need more practice with that because it doesn't seem to spread very well, and that could just be me. I'm not sure. Once the decal had soaked long enough and I had the micro set as best as I could on the shoulder, I removed it and started the application process. Now this is where the micro sole comes in place. It helps soften it and helps it curve around that shape of the shoulder. It's just a more of the fiddling and getting the edges pressed down and keeping it placed in position all at the same time. It's a process you do not want to rush. And with that, my first ever decal on a Space Marine is done. I am happy with how it looks. I am happy with how it came out. And I'm excited to get my army going. Have a good day, and thanks for watching. See you in the next video.